Covert narcissists are the worst. They are super stealth, but the things that come out of their mouth is so passive aggressive. And in this video, I'm going to tell you the kinds of things that they say so that you can spot them as soon as they're out of their mouth. So you don't want to miss this video. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zhang. I am a narcissist negotiation expert. I'm also an attorney. I have helped thousands of people in my law practice. I've also helped millions of people through this channel. I've written 2 best-selling books. I also have a 3rd one on the way right now. And I want to help you escape the chains of a narcissistic relationship as well. And so that is why I release brand new videos every single day. So I'm asking you to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. And that way you can also break free from the chains and become empowered, inspired, and really actually live the life that you want to. It's time. Let's talk about the kinds of things that you hear coming out of the mouth of what we refer to as a covert narcissist. Sometimes people refer to them as like the downtrodden type of narcissist, the vulnerable narcissist, the fragile narcissist. But, a lot of times they don't really come off that way. I dealt with a couple of covert passive aggressive narcissists. They can actually kind of seem confident on the surface at times, but the thing that is the same about covert narcissists is they often play the victim. They often will play the victim of you. So what they do is they target certain people, but then they make themselves seem like life isn't fair. Things aren't fair to them, and especially when they're dealing with a particular person who is going to be you, their target. And so they set themselves up like they are very put together a lot of times. Many times they actually can be clergy, they can be lawyers, they can be doctors, they can be very, very successful people in the world, but are very good at making themselves look like they are the victims of certain things. And so it can make you seem like you should feel guilty about the kinds of things that you're doing, even though you have given and given and given and given and given. And that is the thing that is like so unbelievable about the relationship with the covert narcissist, because you get into these relationships with them, you start off by thinking it's going to be equal or that it's going to be a great thing. And then somehow you end up with this dynamic where you think that you're going to get something out of it, but then you end up doing everything in the relationship. So one of the things that you're going to hear is like, it must be nice that so many people are taking such great care of you or something. And yet you're like the one who's like taking care of them all the time. You're doing everything for them. And it's kind of crazy. Yet they're like, you don't pay enough attention to me. You don't make me feel special. And you're literally like killing yourself for them. You don't get anything out of the relationship. And yet they're over there saying, you don't make me feel special. You don't make me feel you pay enough attention to me. And it's like, that's crazy. So one of the things you'll hear is, it must be nice that so many people take care of you. Another thing that you'll hear is they'll say things that are sort of almost like a compliment, but then not really quite a compliment. So they might say things like, oh, wow, you lost so much weight. Oh, but it's too bad about the stretch marks. Or that's really great that you were able to finish school that way. You went back to college. That wasn't really that great of a school, or something like that. There's like a compliment, but then sort of a put down at the same time. Or too bad it took you so long to get through college. I mean, I know you had all the kids and everything. Like if you went back to school when you had kids afterwards or something, there's a compliment, but also sort of a put down at the same time. So there's like a passive aggressive thing, because there's this underlying rage, this underlying need to compete, this underlying thing that they can't quite be happy for you. They can't quite get there because they're just extremely, extremely unhappy, insecure, jealous, vengeful people underneath it all. But on the surface, they seem like wonderful people, kind people. They'll be the first people to show up if you're sick, the first people to show up if you're in the hospital, taking care of people. And so everybody else thinks that they're so wonderful and so kind. So one of the other things that you'll hear them say is, no one appreciates me. No one appreciates all the good things that I do for everybody else. I don't get acknowledged. They take care of everybody else, but they don't get anything in return. So they'll say things like that, like, I do everything for everyone else, but I don't get anything in return. So they'll say that sort of thing. Another thing that they'll do is they try to make people feel guilty. So they might say something like, you guys go on, I'll just stay here. I'll be here all alone. No problem. It's okay if I'm here by myself. The guilt factor. It's fine. I'll be fine. So everybody feels guilty for them, that sort of thing. I can never get what I want. It's not fair. I can never get what I want, that sort of thing. The other thing that they'll say is, that they're too smart. They feel like they're too good for something, or too good for a place, or too good for being in certain situations. They feel like they're slumming it in certain places or something like that. They don't like that. There's that sort of underlying thing that maybe they could do better. Sometimes if they're dating people, they're kind of maybe not happy in that relationship because they always feel like they could do a little bit better in the relationship that they're in. The other thing that you'll see with covert narcissists a lot of times is that they pit people against each other, especially, two other parties, but they do it very, very subtly. I've seen this happen. And then they play dumb about it. They get two people to be against each other, and then they'll be like, oh, I don't know how they ended up fighting. Oh my gosh, how did that happen? Did I say something? Oh, I certainly didn't mean to. That was definitely inadvertent. And it's always sort of this plausible deniability where they are kind of, their hands are clean, right? Because everything they do is this innocent, did I say that? I didn't mean to say anything about that, because they always couch their verbiage in like care. Because another thing that they'll say is, I'm so concerned about Deborah, she's just drinking so much. I'm just really worried about her and her drinking. I'm just so concerned about that. That's something else that you'll hear a covert narcissist say is they're concerned. They couch the things that they say, even though they're really smearing. It's a smear campaign, but they couch it in the form of concern. They're very good. They're very good. They're very stealth. And that's why I think that covert narcissists are really the most dangerous type of narcissist, frankly. If you guys have seen any of these, give me a for sure in the comments below, or tell me the types of things that you guys have seen in the comments below as well. I would love to know some of the other things that you guys have seen, especially covert passive aggressive narcissists, because I think it's pretty crazy the kinds of things that I've seen narcissists say, especially covert narcissists. Is really pretty crazy. So those are some of the things that I've seen covert narcissists say. If you are dealing with a covert narcissist, you're definitely going to want to be able to disarm those narcissists. And that is why I've put together my phrases for disarming narcissists, which you can get at disarmthenarc.com. So just go to disarmthenarc.com and grab my phrases for disarming narcissists. You can use them in texts, emails, talking to narcissists, however it is that you're dealing with narcissists, use them to help you. Please go grab them and help yourself. And go ahead and join my free private Facebook group as well to help so that you can get the support and help that you need. You can also go to betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zhang if you need therapy. That is a partnership that I have with BetterHelp. It does not cost you any extra. We get paid commissions. I just want you to have access to good help, good support, and good resources. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, now is a great time to do that. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And the next video that I recommend that you watch, which is kind of crazy, is how to make a narcissist panic, because you will want to be able to do that, is how to make a narcissist panic, because that is something that I think is going to be a useful skill for you for your next stage, right? So I will see you in that next video. And remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. Never give in and never give up, because there's so many resources right here for you. So I'll see you in that next video, how to make a narcissist panic.